Hi guys, we're taking a closer look at the OnePlus One, the flagship smartphone from the Chinese startup OnePlus. We've had the smartphone shipped to us from the US, and we've got the 64GB variant which comes in a sandstone black finish. So the OnePlus One is an affordable flagship smartphone. The version that we have is priced at $349 US, which is a little over rupees 21,000. So the OnePlus One features some really premium specs, and that includes a 5.5-inch display with full HD resolution, a 2.5 GHz quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor, 3 GB of RAM, a 13 megapixel primary camera with a Sony sensor and dual LED flash, a 5 megapixel front camera, and a 3100 mAh battery. The OnePlus One is available in 16GB and 64GB storage variants, but it doesn't have a micro SD card slot for expansion. So the OnePlus One is actually a phablet. It's quite large, slightly difficult to use with one hand. It weighs 162 grams, which isn't the lightest that we've come across, but it's still fairly easy to handle. And it measures 8.9 mm in thickness. So above the display, you'll see the earpiece, the sensors, camera, and a notification LED. At the bottom, quite faintly visible, are 3 Android capacitive buttons. They're not really visible in this video, but we can assure you that they're there. The 16GB variant is available in a silky white finish, but we've got the sandstone black version, and it actually feels quite rough. And because of this material, there are not going to be any fingerprint marks, and we hope that there aren't going to be too many scratches either. So you can see the primary camera and secondary microphone on top, the OnePlus branding below that, and right at the bottom you have cyanogen branding, and that's because the OnePlus One runs Cyanogen Mod 11S. Cyanogen is based on top of open source Android, and it brings a variety of customization options, a completely different user interface, as well as some privacy related features. Coming to the port and button placement, at the bottom you'll find the micro USB port and the primary microphone and stereo speakers. On top you have the 3.5 mm audio jack. On the right side there's only the power button, and it's a convenient location because it's quite easy to reach owing to the phone's large size. On the left side you have the volume rocker, and faintly visible is the SIM card slot, and you'll need to use the SIM ejector tool to remove this. There's some nice chrome detailing around the edges as well. So coming to the software, you can see a custom lock screen with the battery and weather information, as well as the date and time widget. So this is the default theme on the phone, and you'll be able to add a bunch of other themes via the Themes Showcase app. There are only 2 home screens to begin with, but you can add more as you go along. There is a drop down notification bar with some quick settings options as well. The app drawer doesn't have any bloatware or preloaded apps except for a few system apps. Let's go into settings. So you can see that the phone runs Cyanogen mod based on top of Android 4.4.4. Let's look at the available storage. So you get about 54 GB storage to use. So that should be quite sufficient without the micro SD card. In settings, there are a bunch of personalization options for the lock screen, the status bar, the notification drawer. There are also several security and privacy options. We're not going to get into details about the software right now. We're going to explore that in our full review. So that's a first look at the OnePlus One smartphone. We'll be using the smartphone as our primary device in the coming weeks, and we're going to bring you its full review. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.